do you think that the future of medicine is, boy, I'm tired of being lied to. Boy, I sure think I've been lied to a lot for a long time. And boy, oh boy, do I think there are better, more natural ways, like plant medicine, like cryo, like hyperbaric, like chiropractic, like all of these non-big medicine, big pharma, conventional medicine methods. Do you think that's the future of health, especially with this advent of biohacking? Influencers, social media has really upped it. If you want to go, you could biohack your way through. Man, knees over toes guy has changed my life, man.
I love that dude.
I was going to have to get a total knee replacement. I can't believe it. I just did what he said to do, and you know why I found him? Because I was at the end of my rope, and I was like, I can't do another surgery, man. I've had 14 surgeries thanks to this right here.
Yeah, right.
I can't do another one, and I'm out of shape, and I'm depressed. And I'm like, oh, Joe, I'm listening to Rogan. He's like, here, check this guy out.
Yeah.
He goes, do some walk
it's not
backwards.
Conventional. Yeah, no. It's not. It's simple.
And his story's insane.
Yeah. And you look at what that dude can do. Yeah, you look at what that dude can do now. It's impressive.
Is that what you think? That's our future, as people, because people can educate themselves now, man. And
that's what I think.
The guy in the lab coat who spent $200K to get his medical degree. Maybe I'll go talk to him and see what he has to say, but I'm going to go talk to my shaman too, and I'm going to go talk to this guy about microdosing. I'm going to go talk to this guy about breath work, this guy about my vagus nerve, and I'm going to figure out how to fix myself. Is that where we're headed?
I think that's hopefully where things are going. My goal is to try to drive people towards that. One of the things I always talk about with the doc in my office is like it's hard when you feel like people have lost the ability to think freely for themselves.
Maybe they never had it.
and maybe they didn't, and potentially we're just in this world where it's like they didn't they just were unaware. You're just unconsciously incompetent of the thing. You didn't know that you didn't know. What's happening is people are seeing people are living longer, but what does that quality of life look like for people who are living longer? People who are younger, who are getting more into, I can create my own stuff. I can maybe work for a company, but I can also have a side hustle. I can have a podcast. I can have whatever thing I want. And that's not to say that everyone should do that. I think there are people who are meant to be the number 2, number 4, number 32 person of a team. And that's what they want to be. And that's where they feel the best. So this isn't to attack someone for wanting to work a 9 to 5. I think that's great. But I think we have a generation that's looking at what their parents' health and their grandparents' health look like. And they're like, I don't want to end up there.
Nope. I'm not going to be immobile when I'm 75,
what things did they do in order to get there? And so I've got to do something to make sure that I'm not putting myself in that scenario. Now, I have a very unique approach because my profession hates medical doctors. Medical doctors have to hate chiropractors. And I'm like,
they do.
I'm like, we don't. That's
don't
not
know
the
why.
goal. My thing it's all about you.
Where's the teamwork?
My thing is all about you.
Yeah.
It needs to be patient focused. What is it that you're looking for? Cool. I work with this, which is what we build. I build spheres of people that I work with, and it's like you basically get into my sphere of these are the programs or the things that I have or the stuff that we do with other people that are the best of what they do. So then once you get in that sphere, it's like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. Because there is a necessity for all these things. Every person has their place. We don't have to piss. We don't have to have a pissing contest about who gets to do what.
Let's collaborate.
Emergency stuff, triage in a hospital is important. If you don't have that, if you break your arm and show up to my office, I'm going to send you to the hospital. There's not a damn thing that I can do about it. I can scan you and look and see how your nervous system looks and see if you're stressed out. And I probably still would not adjust you right then. I would say go there and then you can come back and we will check you out again. Like, going to the appropriate person for the appropriate thing needs to be a thing. And gaslighting is a very common thing, but it's like we need to get out of the generation of doctors that gaslights their patients and blames shit on them and tells them it's all in their head or says, tell me what drug you want and I'll write the damn thing on the paper and you can get out of my office. I did not come to you for that reason.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in front of you right now. I didn't wait 6 months to get this appointment for you to pass me off like this or tell me it's in my damn head or make me feel crazy again. People are starting to get sick of that stuff. The thing is we have to make sure, my thing is like the messaging needs to be like, I get the total need for all this stuff, but when it's like, take this and this is the answer and like, bye, see you later. And that's the only thing that you're ever offered. And they're not like, look into these 3 things. They're not offered that. You know, cut these, it's stuff that you can't do. That's typically what my patients are told by other things.
Right.
Stop doing this, cut this out, quit doing these things. I haven't added to your life. I've told you shit that you probably enjoy to stop doing it.
Right.
And you're like, but I like playing that. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. It's like, but I want to be able to, so what can I do?
Yeah.
I recommend that you don't. Well, then screw you. I'm going to go find the person that's going to empower me. That's part of like our culture and what we want to create in our offices. Like, we want to empower our communities. It's one of the things that we stand behind. Like, we put the health and care back into healthcare. It's one of our, that's like our main statement that we stand behind. We want to put that back into healthcare, and we want to empower our communities to make smart choices relative to their health and wellness. Well, my thing, because when I was new, was like, well, it's only this, because this is all I knew, and I just spent 4 years learning this. So this is the only thing that can help you, because this is what I do, and I do it the best, and this is the only thing I'm focused on. And then I was like, well, you should probably make sure that you're like resting, okay? So sleep has got to be a part of that. So you're like, okay, well, that's true. And then your mental health is important, so we should probably make sure that we at least like are aware and know how to speak on that intelligently. Not that I have to be an expert. And then, well, what you put inside of your body is probably important. And then moving well is probably important. And you're sitting there going,
It's the whole body.
and I'm sitting here going, okay, so there's a lot of things. And then this whole, anxiety and depression and all these, like, we live in this world where there's a lot of just weird shit about the way that people look at it. And it's that, like, there are guys that want that, like, slap me in the face, tell me what I need to do. That's the route that I'm going to go, and that's where I want to go. And if that is what truly motivates you and you're truly happy, I'm not sitting here trying to get anyone to change.
Man. Yeah.
If you are happy, I am happy for you.
Yeah.
But if you go home and you're like, man, pour me a fat one because I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
Roll
me a fat one.
Yeah, get me some level of escapism. And again, if you want to do that, there, plant medicine, I'm about it. I actually recommend it. If you ever want to talk about it, we can discuss things privately, but there's just so many facets and factors of things that for us to sit there and be ignorant of them or to discount them is a problem.